tween, which is a child or grandchild between the ages of 11 and 13, who you're shopping for this year, you might want to hold off putting the old smartphone under the Christmas tree.
Yeah, there's some new research out from the Journal Pediatrics, and joining us this morning to kind of unpack this latest report, maybe offer some alternatives too, is our KSTP medical expert, Dr. Archelle Georgiou. Nice to have you here with us this morning.
Nice to be here.
Okay, we've been hearing about smartphones and the impact on kids since they came out, right? This new report says what? It really focuses in on this tween age range and what we're seeing directly correlating phones and their developmental growth.
So this was the largest study. It looked at about 10,000 kids. And let's keep in mind that 60% of kids by the age of 12 have a smartphone. So what this study did was look at how early is too early and what are the health effects, which is the first time it's actually been done. And what they showed is that if a child has a smartphone by the age of 12, they have a much higher risk, you can see on the screen, of depression and other psychological illnesses, obesity, and they get less sleep than they should, which they said was less than 9 hours a night. Here's what else they found in the study, which that for each year below the age of 12 that the child got a smartphone, it increases the risk by 10%. So,
wow.
And there are children that are 4, 5, 6 getting smartphones.
Well, and it starts with a watch, right? The smart watch, which you can make calls from and text a certain number of people from. And so you kind of like wonder, too, how that watch is like the entry level for a lot of parents into the phone.
Nowadays, it starts with handing the phone to the kid when they're 2 years old.
That's true, too.
This is true. Actually, in this study, only 2% of the kids had a smartwatch, which was interesting because they did look at that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was 10,000 people.
10,000 tweens that are followed on a longitudinal basis. So these kids are not just surveyed once, they're surveyed every year over the course of several years. And the other part of the study that they found that was very interesting is that there's certainly about a third of the kids by age 12 who don't have a smartphone, right? Yeah. But then a portion of them did get it by age 13. So they were able to compare what happens in just 1 year with those kids. Increases the risk of depression by 57%. 57%.
Did they say why?
So the study doesn't look at that specifically, but okay, so there's a study that was also just published that I had to incorporate into this segment because it's too interesting. Here's the thing. The adolescent brain is very vulnerable. There's lots of changes going on. We hear about that all the time. And smartphones and the AI apps that go along with them are designed to give you a dopamine rush, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this other study that I wanted to mention begins to explain a little bit of the why. Adolescents, we think of being between 13 and 19. Oh, no. The brain changes that are present in adolescence exist until the age of 32. You are, from a brain standpoint, a teenager until the age of 32. That's how long those changes are taking place. So you take a kid who's 9, 10, 11, they're so vulnerable. You're vulnerable when you're 30. You're vulnerable when you're 32. So that's probably what's happening in the brain. You don't have the frontal lobe, the executive control to be able to say, enough, I'm going to stop. Your brain is just not structured to do that.
It will be interesting to see. They just put that ban in place in Australia for the teenagers and social media. I'll be very interested to see how that plays out, because my assumption is the correlation of because we're not talking about what they're doing on the phones, but it's the social media that's like probably the biggest toxic thing that's involved in that.
Probably so. And so, there aren't studies that look at, well, what if they just had a flip phone versus a smartphone? Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see if they study that in Australia. But what I will say is that what this study looked at is that the kids in the study, they had smartphones, but they also adjusted for if they had an iPad or a laptop or a smartwatch, which many didn't have. And what they didn't find is that there was as much of an effect from those other devices that can have the same apps as there was on a smartphone, which you can put on your pocket, you can fit in the palm of your hand. With you. It is just so continuous, and you're sleeping with it. So we'll see how that plays out.
Well, that was part of it too, right? Like the lack of sleep that kids are getting because they're on their phones at all hours of the night. They're not getting the 9 hours recommended.
That's right. And it's disrupting whatever sleep they do get.
You know, I've noticed this with my own, they're not tweens anymore, but that they see enough stuff on social media now that like tells them to put down their phones. And I am noticing how that's evolving a little bit. Like they know it's not good for them.
I am so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, my youngest daughter is in her early 20s, and when she has a get together with her friends in college, they put all their phones
That's so cool.
in the, by the door so that they can just pick them up when they leave. It's really nice.
So let's talk about these the AI things everywhere, and I don't know, we're scared
Like in
of
the
it.
toys?
We're not scared of it. Yes, but so what's going on with these AI toys?
Yeah, so, younger kids generally don't
Right.
have smartphones, but it is so tempting to get these cute little toys that look so harmless that have AI embedded with them to interact with the child. And what you need to know is that the AI, the chatbots that are in those toys are using the same technology that like ChatGPT has, which we know can hallucinate. So what are the risks with these toys? Well, it can go rogue, which we know that ChatGPT does. So it can happen with these toys as well. But maybe the bigger thing that concerned me when I read about it is that they're so almost human, and children can't tell the difference between human and non-human or fictional.
Interesting.
And they can become attached, they can think it's real, they can think it's credible, they can change their attachment and lose it from their caregivers to the toy. And so besides all the
Interesting.
security risks, it's really, does the child understand that it's not real?
I didn't even think about that because my kids are kind of in the age past that, I feel like, that, wow.
But if the thing's talking to them,
It
and
makes sense.
it's got a certain level of language and
And
intelligence,
empathy,
Yeah.
right? So it's very human.
So what about toys that you think are appropriate for
rock,
kids?
rock, and
Sticks.
stick, rock, and truck.
Toys that stimulate creativity, imagination, play, interaction, games with other people, all of those are really healthy toys. But I would say when it comes to a smartphone, I mean, truly, by the time even an older teenager, like 98% of teens, have phones. We're going to give our kids our phones. But here is something really important to remember. One is, as a parent, you don't need rock solid science to decide whether or not your kid is ready to have a smartphone. So you can use this data, you can use your other data that you have at your fingertips as a parent to decide when your child is ready. I will say, and this may surprise you, is that whether it's for convenience or because your kid is begging you, instead of getting a smartphone, do get them a flip phone. Not because you just want to get rid of the begging, but because there are some studies that show that because all kids, so many, have smartphones, a child that doesn't have any form of communication and interaction with their friends could be at risk for more depression, more isolation.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And so I thought that was a really interesting perspective, is they even a younger tween may be appropriate for a flip phone.
My husband was onto something when he said we should have done that route.
I want to get.
Did you go
flip
the
phone.
smartphone route?
We did.
Yeah.
We did, but we have
tough.
really tough parameters on the kids. They've got to put them down when they get home from school. They're in our rooms at 9 o'clock. I mean, we try, but I know that there are a lot of times during the day when, and the schools are saying that they can't have them out during the school day anymore. And so a lot of people are trying, but I know that kids are.
Well, this isn't even getting into screen time because the kids don't even have books anymore. They're looking at these things. So.
True. Well, nothing trumps parenting, right? Good parenting
Well,
is
that's
going to
true.
be ever more important.
Archelle, thank you.
Happy holidays.
Likewise. For more information and more medical news, how this impacts you, this particular study or other impacts, stories that we've discussed with Archelle over the years, you can check out Archelle's podcast. It is called Speak Up for Your Health. We will post a link to episodes on MinnesotaLive.com.
The latest jobs report came out yesterday. It raised 2 red flags for an economics professor at University of St. Thomas. What he believes this means for the economy is coming up for you after the break.
And be sure to stick around because still to come on Minnesota Live, we have brought in a harpist to our studios for the very first time ever.